All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you on Sunday night, as I always am, from 9 to 10 o'clock, bringing you regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. My co-host, Lobo, who is usually here, is not here this week. We've talked about it on the show. She's had some great opportunities this year. She was on the road running sound with Rusted Root and Cabinet. It looks like she's going to be out with the Warp Tour this summer, and so she will be here when she can be, and when she's off doing her thing, helping other bands sound great, she won't be. So we miss you, Lobo, and we hope you're doing well, and we'll get you back here soon. It is my tradition here on Sunday nights, whenever we're going to do Music on the Menu live at Breakers that Tuesday, which we will be this Tuesday, to bring the artist who's going to be performing in here for the whole hour and play a whole bunch of their tunes and talk to them about their music. So, and we do have Tony and Jim here from the band in with us for the studio tonight, and we're going to be playing a whole lot of their music and talking about what we have got going on here on Tuesday night. Guys, good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
We've been playing your stuff here on the show for years now, particularly your song "Fallen," which I'm such a big fan of. Usually we play it around. We always play it like on Memorial Day Sunday or Veterans Day. Times like, and we'll play that one during the program tonight. We're going to play a whole lot more too tonight on the show. First of all, thank you for being here with us on Tuesday night to perform at Music on the Menu live. This will be your first time that we're doing it.
Yeah, it'll be
together.
Our first time here at Breakers, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
We really are looking forward to having you because we like your music and we like the records. Let's talk a little bit about the history of the band. Kind of a country-flavored rock band.
Yep.
Would you say that's fair?
Absolutely.
Your description. Done a couple of albums. Been around for a while. Formed, as we were talking off the air, I had written a story about you guys for the Weekender a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we were doing a three-piece, just bar rock party band.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the K2O days.
And you were doing mostly covers, right?
Yes, that's true.
So when did you evolve into an original project? When did you start writing as a band? How long were you into it as a group when you started saying, "Hey, let's start doing our own stuff"?
Maybe about a year into doing the covers and stuff. We just pretty much most of the covers we did in our own original way. So we just started dabbling in writing our own tunes and coming up with some lyrics and melodies and putting things together. And that's pretty much how it started.
So in a sense, even with the cover stuff, we were always doing our own arrangements,
right?
So we were pretty original from the start,
pretty much.
We're going to talk about your influences and what inspires you to write, and some of the artists that may have had the greatest impact on you, and how you develop that sound throughout the show. But let's get some music on now. This one's from No Vacancy. This one's called "Good Times, Bad Times."
I guess living I didn't have a clue. Over the years, I raised you up that way it's supposed to be. I need your help now to see it through. Do you wanna get lost? Do you wanna get lost with me? We could take off flying, leave it up to the wind. Maybe we'll find ourselves again. Take that path that we never crossed. Lay our cards on the line with our chips all in. Maybe we'll find ourselves a friend. Flip that one last coin that didn't get tossed. Or do you wanna get lost? I think we need to get lost.
No Vacancy here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Lost. And before that, another one from No Vacancy, a song called Good Times, Bad Times. The band has released 2 records, Hop in the Front Seat of Life and Face of This Town. We're playing tracks from both those records throughout the show. And we're talking to the guys in the band here about their music. Now, guys, we talked in the opening segment about how you started off as a cover band. You kind of start putting your own arrangements and your own stamp on some of the tunes, and eventually you developed into an original project. What are some of the things that inspire? I ask every time we have. I love songwriters. I love people that write music, and you know that craft is something that always has interested me. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing what I do here on the radio for all these years. What inspires you to write? What is your main muse?
Just some life experiences for me. Sometimes things that's happened in the past or things that happen around you. Maybe even not so much my experiences, but just listening and to watching people, listening to conversations and seeing what people go through in their lives. Sometimes that's just enough to get something sparked and write a story about it.
So it could be observational. It doesn't always have to be personal.
Right, exactly.
So I've talked to songwriters who basically said, I can't write that way. You know, I write about stuff going on in my life. And then I've had sometimes a little more rare people say, I never write about my life. It's usually about stuff I see. You're kind of a little bit of both.
A little bit of both for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a little.
This is
I
Tony
write what
talking.
I know. I write what I know, and sometimes I'll sit with an acoustic guitar, and the melodies that I'm hearing will inspire certain things, and before you know it, I'm writing things down on paper and
bringing it to each other. A lot of times, they'll
Collaborate?
just say-
absolutely.
Oh yeah. It's
just about on everything. Yeah,
It's total collaboration, especially with the music. Maybe not so much on every song as far as lyrically, but once I get stuck, Tony's the first guy I call, and usually that's when things get polished out.
We're going to play another one from the band now. We're playing some stuff that's a little bit newer. The Face of This Town record is the more recent record.
Yeah, we're extremely proud of this record. We the first one was a great experience, and it was our first stages of writing. But then we brought in our producers, Joe Loftus and Jay Preston from JL Studios, and they really helped us get to a level where we always wanted to be.
Let's play another track from the latest record. This one's called Someday.
There's a girl who lives on down the street, full of life, and a high school drama queen. She dreams of those big city lights gotta get out of here someday. Someday she's gonna leave this town, no way. They're gonna keep her down, they'll say she's just wasting her time, but she'll just smile and think someday. Day has come, diplomas in her hair, packs and bags, she's gonna make a stand. She hops and ran out to a brand new town. Dreams are calling, there's no turning around. Sacrifice has paved the way. She's on her way to shine someday. There she is, shining like a diamond, got her name in the lights on Broadway. A rising star, ain't nothing gonna stop her. Always knew she would find a way someday. 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 Been around the same old block one too many times. You sure can't talk the talk, but you can't walk the line. But you never know just how good you could have had it. Oh, I've heard it said before, the truth can never hide. But I still can't see the truth when you look me in the eye. Now I'm walking away, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. So before I walk away, baby, let's get one thing straight. Take my heart away from me, cut me deep and I will bleed. Oh, but honey, you won't bring me down. You won't see me on my knees, I won't be begging, baby, please. There's no second chances this time say we take the Skyline Drive. We'll put the top down and cruise 105 with Billy on the radio and you by my side. The wind in your hair makes me feel so alive. Just you and me, girl, on the Skyline Drive. It feels so good out in the autumn air. Let's put all the troubles in the rearview mirror. Drop what you're doing. Come on, hop inside. I wanna take you on the Skyline Drive. We'll put the top down and cruise 105 with Billy on the radio and you by my side. The wind in your hair makes me feel so alive. Just you and me, girl, on the Skyline Drive. Let's get it back to where we used to be, running wild, so young and free. It's never too late to give something new a try. We'll fall in love again on the Skyline Drive. We'll put the top down and cruise 105 with Billy on the radio and you by my side. The wind in your hair makes me feel so alive. Just you and me, girl, on the Skyline Drive. On the Skyline Drive. Oh yeah, the Skyline Drive. Oh yeah, the Skyline Drive. Oh yeah, just you and me, girl, on the Skyline Drive.
No Vacancy here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Skyline Drive. Before that, Jeanne Zano with a song called Break Me Down. And before that, No Vacancy with a song called Someday. Playing almost all songs from No Vacancy here on the show, but I'm also peppering in a couple of your friends. I know you're friends with Jeanne and Eddie Appnel. So
Yep. Jeanne's actually been a big help on the first album, and,
Yep.
and she was actually on Skyline Drive. That was the voice you heard.
Yeah. So I thought it would be fun to maybe mix in a little of those artists in the show tonight. So, a little bit from the same genre, too. We'll play a couple of our other favorite country style artists a little bit later in the program. We're hanging out here with the guys from No Vacancy. We're talking about Tuesday night. They'll be here at Music on the Menu Live, original music series, 7 to 8, live on stage and live on the radio. Now, guys, we talked a little bit about your songwriting before. Who are some of your influences growing up and even today that have had the biggest impact on you as musicians?
You want to go with that?
I'll
one?
go with that one. For me, real simple. When I was growing up as a kid, it was the Saturday Night Live at the Oldies. So a lot of 50s stuff from my parents.
Okay.
They were kind of the influence, got me started. As far as musically, when I was a kid, I'll never forget them taking me to the Kirby to see Chuck Berry play. And
Oh, wow.
that's when I was hooked. That's when I knew I wanted to play guitar. And as I got older, older brothers and sisters, listening to their records, Springsteen was a big influence on me. And then, obviously, then the 80s hair bands and all that stuff was a good time. So,
When did you get into country style music?
well, country was always kind of there. I remember again my father listening to Johnny Cash and all that, of course, and it was pretty much as I got older, started just listening to more variety of music. I remember listening to Garth Brooks, George Strait, and then Hank Jr., Steve Earle, those kind of things.
Okay. That's some of Jim's thoughts on his influence. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, I didn't listen to any of that country music, actually. Maybe a little Steve Earle. I do like that. But no, I kind of came up in the 70s, showing my age a little bit. But if you subtract disco, 70s was a great decade.
Yeah.
I think great rock music there. I love the melodies, the harmonies, the musicianship. And then even up to today, you get a band like Blackberry Smoke. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they can do the electric, melt your face, or they can do an acoustic that is just as pristine as anything I've ever,
Wow.
that I've heard.
They have that southern rock country vibe that again that we've been listening to, and the internet's been great as far as finding different artists. That's when I started listening to a lot more from the Texas Red Dirt areas and stuff like that. So that, like for today's influence, that's where we're looking.
And I guess this track that we're going to play now, Copperhead Road, is kind of common ground because you both
Yes.
mentioned it.
Yeah, it was common ground, and a lot of people liked our version of it, so we decided to put it on a record.
Well, let's play it. No Vacancy, Copperhead Road.
Well, my name is John, they paid him more. Same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw granddaddy down here. He only come to town about twice a year. He buy 100 pound of yeast and some copper lime. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. Well, the revenue man wanted granddaddy bad. He headed up the hollow with everything he had. Before my time, but I've been told he never come back from Copperhead Road. Down Daddy ran a whiskey in a big block Dodge. Bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on its side. Just shot a coat of primer, then he looked inside. Then him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. And the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard mama crying, knew something wasn't right. He's headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You can smell that whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. the dartboard. Yeah, they both score. It's a bullseye, but a couple low, two of a kind. Bartender, give me two for the road. Two for the road. Well, I must have walked into the twilight zone. A B movie playing on and on and on and on and on. Give me two for the road. Give me two for the road. Check it out. There's a con shark, he's living large, sits in the back room with a fat cigar. He's got the poker face and a dirty ace under the table, man. It's a how he plays, three of a kind. Bartender, give me two for the road. Two for the road. I said bartender. Whoa, give me two for the road. Two for the road. Give me two for the road. Two for the road. Give me two for the road. Come on. Two for the road. Give me two for the road.
Eddie Appnel here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Two for the Road, another friend of the guys in No
Very
Vacancy.
close friend. Yep.
And before that, Copperhead Road from No Vacancy. Now, guys, we're going to play a tune now. It's a title track from the latest record. It's called Face of This Town. And you guys actually shot a pretty cool music video for this one, which people
Yes,
could see on your website.
We did. Video producer Chris Bolton and his partner Mary Francis found our music and gave us a call and wanted to do a video on one of our songs.
Oh, they reached out to you?
Yeah, they reached out to us. Yeah,
That's really
yeah, it
cool.
was- it was-
Because usually the band's like, hey, we want to do a video for
Yeah,
a song.
we-
You got to find somebody, right?
Now we got a message and we went through the record and decided to do Face of This Town, and they brought us in and gave us a lot of, we were able to help with the video, the storyboard, and everything
Right.
else. So it was a lot of fun, and we shot locally through Wilkes-Barre.
Yes,
Kingston,
I've seen it. I've watched
Elephant. Yeah, so you can check that out at novacancyrocks.com.
Check it out.
Our video section, so you can see that.
Yeah, check out the video, and this is the tune. This is the title track from the latest record, Face of This Town, No Vacancy.
I was driving to work in my hometown. Stopped for a red light, took a look around, and all I see is that was then and this is now. There's too many wrinkles on the face of this old town. That any candy we buy now costs 10 cents more. We keep the day skipping stones down by the river's edge. We wave to the driver on the passing train. Now everybody looks different, no one speaks the same. A lonely breeze pushes the rusty swings down on the playground. Another wrinkle on the face of this old town, and it makes me sing la 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 la. walking home at night. Now I read the headlines in the news today. 2 shot dead in the street, the suspect got away. Police are asking questions and no one speaks a sound. That's one more wrinkle on the face of this old town. And it makes me sing la 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 na na na. La 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 na na la la la. Grown up, got kids of my own. I try to raise them right and teach them what I was shown, like working hard for the weekends and pray before you lay your head down. Maybe they'll be the ones who give a lift to the face of this town, and we'll hear them sing la 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 na na.
senorita. I'm not here for your hand, just wanna dance while I can still stand. Go on and rustle me up, my favorite margarita. Babe, I make a real good friend who's watching. I don't give a damn, haters, go get bent. What, hey! Call us criminal, let's drive them crazy. So don't just sit there, honey, get up on your feet. I say you only live this life once, so don't be a stick in the mud.
Shannon Marsyada here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Stick in the Mud. And before that, the title track from the band's latest record, Face of This Town. We're hanging out with the guys from the band here. Some of the guys, anyway. We've got a couple of other guys that will be with us on Tuesday at Breakers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, most people wouldn't guess it, but they are the two from the Curse of Sorrow. We have Eric Carr on drums and a long-time buddy of mine, Mr. J Bones. He's on lead guitar with us. He helped us out with the first album as a guest, and then as time went on, he became a full-fledged member. So
for folks that don't know Curse of Sorrow, they're a much different band than
a little bit different, yeah.
The harder side of things, a little darker side of things. So,
but we all share the same passion for music.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That shows a lot about them too. That they're also, eclectic musicians and diverse musicians with a nice, a wide range of influences.
Yeah, and like I said, Jay's been a great friend over the years. I mean, we go back from grade school and we reconnected in the studio. That's how we got hooked back up, and he's put a lot of cool twists on some of our tunes, and actually helped write some of the songs and stuff too. So it's been.
Have you been doing any writing since the record yet?
Actually, yeah, we have. Yeah. We just a couple new tunes going on.
Actually, we're gonna open up probably
with a brand new song. Actually,
so terrific.
That'll be Tuesday. So yeah. Everybody will be
something to look forward to. Yeah, and album number 3 obviously has, at least in part, has begun.
It could be the start of something.
Yeah, all right. Definitely. Let's play another one from No Vacancy. This one's called Suburban Gypsy.
My folks met for the first time when I was 3 years old. Still a canvas blank for color, a story not yet told. With one brother and my sister, we had 2 more on the way. Life was moving fast, changing every day. From Pittsburgh to the Carolinas, somewhere in between. Whenever we got settled in, the company changed our scene. From the hills of West Virginia, oh country road, won't you take me home? Suburban gypsies, and this is how we roll. Roll, gypsy, roll. I remember the miles in that AM radio. Roll, gypsy, roll. Never too long till I was someone they used to know. Made my home out by the bay until they went and evicted me. They sent me on my way. Now I'm back in Pennsylvania. I got some roots here to call my own. But that road, she's out there. She's calling the gypsy home. Some miles with that FM radio. Roll, gypsy.
endless miles with that satellite radio. Roll, gypsy, roll. Yeah, it won't be too long till I'm just someone you used to know. Yeah, I've been here too long now, I think I gotta go.
When those north winds blow and it gives me a chill, take me to the place that gives me a thrill. Gonna head down south, cause it's that time of year. Tell old man Winter that we're out of here, so let's roll. Well, let's go. I got a full tank of gas, let's quit wasting time. We'll be kicking back below the Mason-Dixon line. Those southern girls, I love how they talk. They knock me out with the way they walk. In the little tank tops and the cut-off jeans. Come along for a ride, man, you'll see what I mean. So let's roll. Well, let's go. We'll be sipping some shine and getting Dixie fried, kicking back below the Mason-Dixon line. From the Smoky Mountains to the Carolina beaches, to the pretty southern mills with the sweet Georgia peaches. We're soaking up that full sunshine, just kicking back below the Mason-Dixon line. Now the party's over, cause my money's all gone. Gotta head up north, gotta get back home. But it won't be long before we do it again, cause that old man's bitter, yeah, he's no friend. So let's roll. Well, let's go. We'll see y'all soon, we had a real good time, kicking back below the Mason-Dixon line.
No Vacancy here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called The Mason-Dixon Line. And before that, another one from No Vacancy, a song called Suburban Gypsy. We played a whole lot of music from the band tonight. Tony, Jim hanging out with us for the whole program, talking about your albums, your songwriting, your influences, what's next. Let's talk a little bit about Tuesday night. Have you guys ever done a live radio broadcast with the band before? Is this your first time?
This will be our first.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, we're excited to have you.
We're excited to do it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You know, I sometimes ask the bands this when they come in to do it, especially if they haven't done anything before, you know, with George Graham or anybody. Do you prepare any differently for a show? The only thing I advise is, you know, watch your language from the radio.
No, we don't have to worry about that. We usually keep it clean. And this will just be another show, another No Vacancy show.
Good.
That you know, we feel we're pretty tight and confident on what we do, and we love what we do, and we love jamming with each other.
Right. And you know what, guys? I love it when people give me that answer because, you know, the answer should be, no, we're not preparing any differently because it's on the radio, because we prepare every time we go on stage anywhere, you know. Right. And so, you know, glad to hear that. Well, we look forward to having you again Tuesday night here at Breakers, 7 to 8 o'clock, no cover, live on stage at Breakers, and also live on 105 The River. And if you've got fans outside the area, it's also a webcast, so they can listen anywhere in the world at 105theriver.net. Guys, thanks for coming
Thanks
in.
for
We
having us.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll close you with one of my favorites. You know, we play this one all the time. Beautiful song about a veteran coming home and some of the things he experiences. A song called Fallen. Hopefully we'll hear this one on Tuesday as well.
You'll hear it. I'm sure you
all
will.
right, we'll catch everybody Tuesday night. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Eight-ton cold cut, my old friend. It's really good to see you again. I heard you've been fighting over there. Now you wanna go back, man, that's rare. What did you see there? Was it frightening? Why would you want to go again? Well, he just smiled and said, "You really wouldn't understand, you weren't there. And I don't want to talk about it, 'cause I have friends I left behind. Now I've got a job to do and don't care what other people think about it. Their falling faces fill my mind all the time." Well, now 2 years have come and gone, with no sign of stopping. This world keeps moving on. You sent a message, you've got a son. Man, he looks like you and he weighs a ton. Born 1201 on the 4th of July. We regret to inform was the only reply. Now your mother's tears fall from her face onto a folded flag as she walks away. Now remember what she said.